Berlarilah tanpa lelah sampai engkau meraihnya. Laskar pelangi takkan terikat waktu. Bebaskan mimpimu di angkasa, warnai bintang di jiwa. Menarilah dan terus tertawa.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Kamil bin Anwar and I'm from RBA 2423A. Today, me and my group would like to present about financial planning for financial 533. Alright, for the stage 1 is this story about Rashid, who is a student, started his education at University Technology Mara, Arau Perlis in Bachelor in Finance. So, Rashid started his personal financial planning by taking loan from PTPTN, so he not burden his family money. Besides, Rashid's father gave an allowance 200 monthly for Rashid to study, and Rashid received 2,400 from PTPTN for every semester, and he allocate his money 400 ringgit for every month because he knows that the importance of personal finance will determine a person's or an individual financial success. Besides, a good financial planning can lead to enhance the quality of life and increasing personal satisfaction by reducing uncertainty about future needs and resources. So, in every month, Rashid received total of RM600 and he divide his money with current consumption, which is RM400 ringgit in paying phone bill, food and anything else related to expenses that he need to. Then, while balance 200 ringgit, Rashid made a saving so that the money will help him during emergency or future consumption. Besides, Rashid's goal is to graduate his degree with Dean list because he can get 50% off from his PTPTN loan. Alright, below is Rashid monthly expenses. Okay, first we go to expenses. Rashid used RM300 ringgit for the foods and bill phone about 50 ringgit and shopping RM50 ringgit per month. Then we go to income, which is Rashid's received from PTPTN RM400 ringgit and his parent allowance, which is RM200 ringgit, and every month Rashid's savings is RM200 ringgit. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Luqman Mukmin bin Abdul Razak from RBA 2423A. Today, I will present the stage 2 of Rashid. In stage 2, Rashid has finished his degree and started looking for a job to start his life. The previous life, he was a graduate from the UiTM Arau Perlis in course of finance. He also had to complete the practical Majlis Pemandangan Kulim 6-month internship. Furthermore, Rashid must find a job to pay his PTPTN debt. Rashid also had applied a job in place that he interned before but got rejected because he fresh graduate. A few weeks of the looking a job, finally Rashid had got a job as a position credit card salesman at Bank Muamalat. In other hand, Rashid also made a side income by selling a Cocoja to support monthly income. After 3 months, Rashid decided to buy a car. The car that Rashid want to buy is an Azia. The price of the car is 35,000 ringgit and the down payment is 10% of the price car. In June 2020, Rashid decided to buy a house. The price of the house is 150,000 ringgit and the rate of the child from the bank Islam is 0.27 per month. Financing period of the house is 25 years. So the next slide, I will tell about the yearly cash flow of Rashid. We move to the next slide, the calculation stage. So we can see the income, the salary. The salary must be must minus with the EPF, because we want to the net income. Okay, the side income is the kokoja that be doing by Rashid. So the total income we get the 38,040 ringgit. Okay, in expenses we can see all the list of the Rashid have been spent, have been paid. So we can see okay, that one is a down payment. You can see the down payment is the when the Rashid made a down payment when he want to buy a car, so he must pay 10% of the value of the car. So 35,000 times with 10%, the amount with 3,500. Okay, so the total expenses is 32,436 ringgit 20 cent, and the income for the Rashid saving is for the year is 5,603 ringgit 80 cent. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Badrul Rafiq Ibn Nizam. Okay, today I want to present in the stage 3. Okay, in the stage 3 we can see Rashid had a stable job and finances. He married with Siti and lived in Bertam Lakeside, where the house that Rashid bought last year. Okay, Siti is a full-time housewife, and at the same time she helping her husband by selling the cocoa jar at Shopee. They receive around 1,000 ringgit per month by selling the cocoa jar. The total income for the business and his salary is around 3,670 monthly and 44,040 ringgit yearly. Based on the Rashid income, he need to pay for the income tax because he earn salary more than 24,667 ringgit annually. Rashid applied Tagafu Ikhlas for his family because it is form of cooperative insurance in compliance with Islamic Sharia, and he have to pay 300 ringgit monthly for the Tagafu Ikhlas. Rashid plans to make a personal loan to buy a motorcycle, and the balance of the loan he wanted to upgrade his house. Okay, the total amount of the personal loan that approved by the bank is 30,000 ringgit. The amount of the interest is 3% over 10 years. So the monthly installment that he need to pay is 325 ringgit monthly. Okay, in the next slide we can see the on the left is the calculation about Rashid personal loan, and the right side we can see the tax for Mr. Rashid yearly in the 2020. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum to my beloved lecturer Puan Labani Huda and all my friends. My name is Afika binti Osman Nizam. Today I will explain about stage 4. So stage 4 is about Rashid's life where he planned to retire. Rashid retired at the age of 55 years old. Upon his retirement, he had his EPF money that he contribute 11% of his salary every month, which is RM294 ringgit. In 1 year, the total amount of his EPF contribution is RM3,528 ringgit. So, upon his retirement, his EPF contribution will be more than 100,000 ringgit. So this amount will be more than enough for him to use after he retired. Rashid also had SOCSO that he contributes 0.5% of his salary every month, which is RM13 ringgit. In 1 year, the total amount of his SOCSO contribution is RM160 ringgit. Not only that, Rashid also subscribed for Takaful Ikhlas that he paid RM300 ringgit every month. He subscribed for Takaful Ikhlas since he married to Siti. When Rashid was at 56 years old, Puan Siti was diagnosed with breast cancer. So, Puan Siti need to go for an operation at KPJ Specialist Hospital. Rashid did not worry for the cost because the Takaful Ikhlas will cover all the expenses that Puan Siti need to go through. So the total amount that Takaful Ikhlas cover for the Siti's operation was RM28,500. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Sufi Imran bin Izhar, and today I would like to talk about what happened in stage 5. So, basically, in stage 5 is a story where Rashid retired that year and he will no longer be working. During his retirement year, Rashid bought himself a second house in Merbok near to UiTM Cawangan Merbok, which cost him 250,000. As you can see on the right side, this is the calculation for the second house that he bought. He rented the house that he bought to earn some extra income. During his retirement year, Rashid bring his family to perform Umrah, where he withdrew his EPF account money that he contributed. He also bought himself a land as his asset using his Amanah Saham Berhad account, where he had invested a long time ago when he was married and have a kid. Rashid loves his family so much. Therefore, he has already written a will, or easily known as wasiat, of all his assets to be transferred to his wife and son equally. That is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syabani Ashraf bin Ali, and I would like to talk about the summary of this story. This story is about Rashid life. So based on the Rashid life, we can make a conclude from stage to stage. In stage 1, we can see that Rashid is a student. As a student at University Technology Mara, work hard to get a dean list to make sure that he only paid for 50% from his PTPT and loan. Rashid has an awareness because he realized that his mom is not working and his father only get money from the retirement in Soja. So as we realize that Rashid also wise in allocating the money he get from loan, so that he need to ask, so that he no need to ask from his parent. So in stage 2, we can conclude that Rashid start to get an income from the job that he contributed. Rashid worked as bank muamalat at the first job, and he start to manage his money. We can see that at this stage, Rashid has many commitments that have to pay, such as PTPT and loan, and for his parent. Okay, Rashid was struggling continue his life by selling chokoja to support himself. His commitment are more increasing because he buying the car for and house for his asset. At this point, we can see that Rashid debts become more increasing, but he consistent in saving the money after deducted all the expenses. Okay, the third for in stage 3, Rashid life wins up with the effectiveness management in financing, because after he get the stable job and salary, he started married with Siti, his lovely wife. They started stay in house that Rashid buys, and his wife willing to help Rashid in selling the chokoja. Okay, after this couple get married, they got a child named Shahban. Okay, Rashid plan wisely to apply the insurance plan so that anything happen, the insurance can cover them. Okay, Rashid asset become increasing because he buy motorcycle and using the balance money to upgrade the house, meaning in renovation. Rashid has made a good decision because he think interest rates are low in making personal loan compared to credit card by using the personal loan. So for stage 4 and 5 were the life of Rashid after been working for a long time, and it's the time for Rashid spend time with his family. It's retirement for Rashid, and we can see that he managed the best financing for his family. Like when his wife had being diagnosed with the breast cancer, Rashid only used the takaful ikhlas that covered for medical of his wife. With his money that he's saving in Amanah Saham Bumi Putra and EPF, he plan to buy a land and house, and this can make a new asset. He can earn money extra by rent to people. Rashid also have a good attitude when he plan to go to Mecca to perform Umrah with his family. So as the overall, I can see Rashid and his family have some saving to use in case of emergency occur in his family. They have managed their financial planning effectively. So thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Sufi Imran bin Izhar, and today I would like to talk about risk consumer credit. First of all, what is credit? Credit is an arrangement to receive cash, goods or services now and we pay them later in the future. Consumer credit specifically relates to the use of credit by individuals and family units for personal needs. What are the advantages and disadvantages? Alright, first I will explain the advantages of credit, which are permits purchase even when funds are low. Even we don't have enough cash or fund to buy something, we can use credit to buy them first and pay later. Next is cushion for financial emergencies. As I have mentioned just now, due to emergency situations such as running low in cash, we can use credit first and pay later. Lastly is safer than cash. We don't have to carry a large amount of cash. Next, I will explain about the disadvantages of credit. First is the temptation to overspend. We tend to buy things without taking into consideration whether it is a need or a want. Second is failure to pay loan. We spend too much beyond our capability to pay back. And lastly is credit cost money. We will be charged with interest. For example, we are taking out a personal loan of Rm 100,000 and the interest of 5% over 10 years. Next, I will explain about what are the type of credit. There are two types of credit, which are closed-end credit and open-end credit. Closed-end credit refers to the one-time loans for a specific purpose that you pay back in a specific period of time and in payment of equals amount. For example, we bought a car and we have to pay for the installment every month for a specific period of time. Meanwhile, open-end credit refers to the use as needed until reaching the credit max. This refers to the use of credit card. We have to pay for the interest and finance charge if we don't pay the bill in full when due. Alright, that is all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Kamil bin Anwar and I'm from RBA 242-3A. And today I would like to share about the importance of investment. Okay, first is inflation outflow, means assets with fixed long-term cash flows tend to perform poorly when inflation is rising, since the purchasing power of those future cash flows fall over time. Conversely, commodity and asset with adjustable cash flow, for example, property rental or income, tend to perform better with rising inflation. Next is put your cash to work instead of keeping cash in without any plan or doing it to an investment. Okay, next is to reach the financial goals, such as determine the amount of money needed to meet your goals, specify the amount of money available to fund your investments, list different investment you want to evaluate. and evaluate risk and potential return for each reduced possible investment to a reasonable number whose at least two different. Okay, and last is to plan for a good retirement. Okay, next we go to the risk of investment. Okay, in the risk of investment, it consists of three, which is conservative, moderate risk, and aggressive. Okay, first we go to conservative first. The conservative means this investment made the low risk and generate lowest return. And next is moderate risk, means this investment offers stable return and capital in long term. And the upper is aggressive, which means this investment may yield large gain but also high risk. It means like the high risk, high return for the aggressive, and the conservative is low risk and low return. That's all from me, and thank you.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning to my beloved lecturer Puan Labani Huda and all my friends. My name is Afika binti Osman Nizam. I will explain about retirement. So, retirement means withdrawal from regular occupation, and normally the word is associated with age. Okay, it is important for an individual to plan for his or her retirement because retirement planning will ensure us to live our necessary life even after we retire. The retirement planning also will help us during our emergency time. For example, if we get sick and so on. There are a few steps to plan for the retirement. Firstly, we have to understand the time horizon. We have to know when we want to retire, at what age we want to retire. Second, we have to determine how much money that we want to spend. We have to determine our retirement spending needs. Third, we have to calculate the offered tax rate of investment return. Lastly, we have to evaluate the risk to investment objective. We have to know the risk if we plan for the retirement. What is the risk that we will go through if we plan like this or like that? So, thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Abdul Ibn Nizam. Okay, today I want to present about estate planning. Okay, an estate plan specifies how we want our money and saving dispersed when we die. It creates a plan by specifying who we wish to inherit our possession once we die. Okay, the importance of the estate planning is firstly to provide financial support for spouse, children and grandchildren when we die. Okay, the next one is to preserve will for later generation. Okay, the last one is to ensure the beneficiary's name is the person who we want to receive the things we own when we die. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Umar Mukmin bin Abdul Razak. Today I will present about the will. A will is a legal document that permit you to give your possession to individual or charity in whatever amount you choose. Without a will, if we die, the property will be passed to the survivor based on our state law. In this situation, have two types you can do. The first one, during the lifetime, is hibah. Hibah is a property from the giver to the intended recipient during the lifetime. In Islam, this is sunnah, but this must do during two people are living, not after that. It can be described a present or gift to the people are still living. The number two is after that. Fara'id. Fara'id is a distribution of a person who has died a Muslim property who do not leave a will before that. In Islam, their property will be divided according to the division according to Sharia. Like examples such as children, wife, spouse, mother and so on. Then that's all for me, and thank you for your time.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Syabani Ashraf Muhammad Ali. And I would like to talk about the two challenges, which is future financial challenges and overcome financial challenges. And the last is for important of financing. So the first one of future financial challenges is overwhelmed with debt. Second one is don't have enough saving. Third is exceed spending income. Next is late bill payment, and last is credit for expenses living. For the second one is overcome financial challenges. How to overcome is before spending, make budget. Second is set a financial goal. Lifestyle simplify. Make a side income, and the last is start saving now. So the importance of financing to guarantee that you satisfy financial needs, to conveniently manage your earning, to plan for your future retirement, to grow assets, and the last is to increase your living standard. That's all. Thank you.